Okay, in the last video we dealt with the Schedule A, which is where you'll find some areas where the Internal Revenue Service will focus on what's called the Information Document Request, which is essentially auditing your documentation for justification for the items on your return. And it gets pretty intrusive. You see audits. Again, this is Todd Corser. I'm an attorney here in Lapeer, Michigan, and I do a lot of work to try and help resolve issues with the Internal Revenue Service for my client. I'm an attorney and also an accountant and been dealing with the Internal Revenue Service for many years, and this is just given to you as a courtesy. You need to work with a good attorney if you're being audited, and you need to have your obviously documentation and know the areas where you have shortfall in documentation versus the areas of expense. So we're going to focus now on business expenses, and then I'm just going to do a short. If you have a business, whether a Schedule C or a farm, Schedule F, or I guess you'd even throw in a Schedule E for, should have done that the other way. You're dealing with just your business, or you're dealing with a farm, or you're dealing with some sort of rental situation. Obviously, it's going to create a higher probability of audit. Just higher probability. Just accept it. That's just the way it works. Past that, what they're looking at is you're looking at sort of the income side again, because they're wanting verification that you're claiming all the money that comes through your hands, and then not skimming. You're not in any way sort of reducing the amount of income on the top level. And then on the other side, what they're looking at is the expenses. Are the expenses actually business expenses, or are they personal expenses? And they're trying to obviously bifurcate that to personal, which would be not necessarily deductible on the business side of things. And then they're dealing with business. Okay, so when we're talking about business, is anything that's required for the business to operate. So you can look at the Schedule C, print it off, take a look at the various areas, and look at whether or not those areas apply to the business. Everything that you put forward in regards to business deductions should be documented. You want to make sure that you're able to document and that you have a good documentation system. We can talk about that a little bit later. But if you don't have a good documentation system, that in and of itself can cause all kinds of havoc in your life. If the Internal Revenue Service is looking for a reason to. My name is Todd Corser, and I want to urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to visit corserlaw.com.